Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Creator Metaphysical Store. So, I know I'm not usually energetic, and I think this usually happens after my ayahuasca ceremony. I tend to sleep a lot. I guess it's my way of integrating on that deep subconscious level. It makes my body go to sleep, so my subconscious can process what it's learned from the conscious realm. And so, yeah, I think that's why I fall asleep a lot. Just let me quickly. Oh, and my birthday was yesterday, guys. So I guess to those of you who want to wish me happy birthday, you can. But I don't really celebrate my birthday. Honestly, maybe in the future when I have like a family or something, maybe that'll be something interesting to experience. But I never had my birthday celebrated except for when I was six. Everything else, there was never a birthday. And that's just my adopted parents and their decisions. I'm not gonna judge them. I'm going to love them. And I honestly, I'm very grateful for the life that I've had so far because I wouldn't be able to use my gifts if I wasn't in those dark situations. But that doesn't mean I need to always be in those dark energies to strengthen my gifts. I can strengthen my gifts and my abilities. Let me just text them because I want to make sure that they know it's live. Um, oh, hello, Peggy Jones. Welcome in. Be sure to give a and share the video if you feel drawn to. Again, my name is Edgar, but I go by Hecate, and welcome to the Creator Metaphysical Store. Actually, I lie. Okay, so it was really interesting. It was like a few hours after the ceremony. I was like laying down, and all of a sudden, I know my name, and because I was like, I know I'm the energy of Hecate, Odin, in myself. Like I'm all three in one, right? So what would be the best name that would fit this energy? And the name Hecodengard, with the D. I hope I'm terrible at saying it, but it's Hecodengard. I'll put it in the chat. So it's Hecodengard. There we go. So it was very interesting. I'm not sure if I should put like an N before the G, but that was very interesting. But anyway, you guys wanted to hear the ceremony that record the ceremony. Um, just a little FYI, I record these ceremonies, because it helps me when I talk it out. It helps me record it through the sense of my hearing and the sense of visualizing. So it really helps me, like my brain subconsciously record it because the brain uses the different senses like sound, touch, sight, um, the human senses to process the world around. Um, I'll be using the sense of touch, especially with the paintbrushes and stuff to record what I saw because there are some things that I got really drawn to paint, so I'm gonna paint them. So, first off, in the vision quest, I wanted one more cup, but they kept my guide saying no, not right now, and they were like telling me that if I was to take the next cup, it'll take longer. And they just wanted to focus on the love aspect. They were just saying that, oh, we'll help you. Like, it was interesting. They didn't want me to take a full 3 cups. It was more 2.5 cups ish. And I kept asking, I wanted another cup. But my guide was saying no, like, not today, or, that night, it's like, no. So, they said the next ceremony. So I guess whatever is gonna happen in the next ceremony. Um, because I wanted to get everything. Like it was super cool. Like I was like loving myself, but also loving everything around, And I'm actually trying to keep myself in that love vibration and train my body that, oh, I love you, I love you. And it's like I'm telling each and every part of myself that I love you, to kind of train my body to know that I love my body, I love, everything around me, and it's generating that love energy. Because I noticed that sometimes we can get distracted in like with 3D stuff that takes us out of love. So I'm trying to train myself to be 24 hours in love, because I know love is a very powerful vibration, and it's a high vibration too, so it makes things just flow easier to you. So we did take care of some financial stuff too in my guides and stuff. We're doing energy work, um, where it was just so much abundance. There was like like all these fruits and vegetables and abundance. There was even like gold coins and stuff, but it was like there was so much. It was like stupid rich, stupid abundance. Like what? There was like so much. There wasn't like I could just give as much as I can away to like the nearest communities, and there'd still be so much. You know what I'm saying? Like I was seeing like the plants, like so I was seeing like the community, and how like there was so much plant growth as far as like crops and stuff. So there's going to be so much. Um, and then there's plenty of food, plenty of water, plenty of like monetary wealth. There was just so much that they were just saying that this is going to happen soon, that this was going to happen soon. They kept saying that over and over. And I said, when? And then I was seeing the months like vibrations of different chakras. So like my birthday week was from the Sunday. This week is all the color orange. Where next week was the color of yellow, and then it started turning into, what was it, a blue. Then and the halfway point, the third and fourth week became green, um, which I knew that to be a very a month of money for me, because I'm actually starting on the strict regimen thanks to Expo Well. We came up with this plan not just during the ayahuasca ceremony, but we also been coming up with this plan really recently, where we've been talking like in the astral sanctum that I have. We've um been going and talking and discussing about financial things that I wanted to do. And he said, well, I need to start saving. And I said, well, I'm terrible at saving unless I have like a specific amount, regimen. So he was like, okay, this is what we're going to do. And he said, I want you to pay off all your credit cards and don't use them at all. Like, don't use them. And then next month, and at the end of July, I want you to do what you got to do for your metaphysical store and buy all the products and stuff you need. And then the month after, we said, then to use, don't, like, he was showing me like in, say, in July, because for example it's gonna be July, I buy my products and stuff. Then August, I don't buy any products from my store because they'll be just enough for the 2 months. And I'm gonna actually be doing that July, because say I'm not gonna be selling the products that I'm preparing for the Renaissance Fair. So he was like, in July, buy the products for your Renaissance Fair, make those happen. And then he was saying that um for August, don't spend anything. Put that towards savings. And then also like he was talking about how like then in September, buy more products. That way you have all of it done. I think I'm gonna have a little bit extra products, so I'll have some available, probably available after the whatchamacallit, the whatchamacallit, the Renaissance Fair. Sorry. And for those of you who want to come by the Renaissance Fair, be sure to look up the prices. I think it starts on, let me just really quickly look up Ren Fair Hot Springs, Arkansas. Just give me 1 minute, guys, while I go check. I need to check to see what day it is. Okay. I'll actually just do a post on my YouTube channel. That way you guys know it'll be easier. Instead of y'all looking at, it looks like you look at a black screen when I do this. So I'll just do that later. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Um so and hello Sheila Sheila. Um hello, welcome in. Um So yeah, as I was saying, we were talking like about finances and how he wanted me like every, so it'd be like, say, let's just say every six other month I would buy stuff from my store, and then the month that I don't buy stuff for, he said to put that towards investments like Bitcoin. He said Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then he wanted me to invest in gold and silver. Like he definitely wanted me to invest in gold and silver, but he wanted me to at least have one Bitcoin um and one Ethereum, but he wanted me to mostly like focus on gold and silver too. So we'll see what happens. As long as I follow this regimen, it'll help increase my wealth, is what he was getting at. And he said it will change. I'll give instructions, new instructions later after you've done this. Like after you've completed the step work for about six to for the from. He was saying that I needed to save money, so like and invest it into other thing, into like Bitcoin and gold and silver. He said once that's done and once you got a pretty good size, I'm gonna help you increase that wealth, increase the value of it. So he wants me to have like a good, nice size before he and I do some energy. It's like an energy work thing that we're gonna do to really increase the value of that, which whether it be gold or silver or Bitcoin, you know. So that's what that is. But at the same time, he was I know he was helping my friend Jonathan and Ashley, but at the same time he didn't do, I could tell that he didn't do as much as he would do because he doesn't have a relationship of trust with them. So it's like he really didn't do a whole lot. He just did a little bit because he needs to see, like, it's a trust thing. Dragons, you have to establish trust with them before really like work with them. Like they are powerful beings. I give them that. But yeah, so anyway, so back to the ayahuasca journey. So we discussed that I did a dragon invocation. It was just the four elemental rulers. I did not want to incorporate the other five because I didn't want to blow anyone's mind if they saw dragons. Like they're like, what the fuck? Because but I did feel their presence. So even though I didn't have to invoke the other five, which is the dragons of darkness, the ruler of the dragons of darkness, the ruler of the dragons of light, the ruler of the dragon of spirit, and Maelstrom. I didn't see those two different rulers there, and I didn't see chaos. But I'm pretty sure I felt chaos and felt like I felt all of them there with me. But at the same time, they weren't like they're there. It's like a piece of themselves which they're like, hello, what's up? You called. So I kind of felt like they were there, but they were also doing other stuff too. They were busy. I heard, yeah. So they were sending like a little bit, but not a whole lot. Now what else? So I did my dragon invocation, and I was like doing this, like raising. That's probably what distorted the video, the photo, because I probably was when she took the camera. I was like doing this and raising, like I was warping and twisting, like the fabrics of the reality of this room and the world, and I was trying to like warp it, twist it in order to bend it and break it so I can bring in and then remake it. Like it was really cool because I was trying to bring in these like powerful, raw cosmic energy and then use it to help raise the vibration of the planet, you know, to bring the multiverse together into one. It was really cool. So, um, that probably was what distorted the video. I mean the photo, but I could be wrong. But I was doing that several times. I literally felt fire, like I was on a better fire, and but like also like a phoenix kind of thing because I felt like I was on a phoenix, but I was the phoenix, and but I also was the fire that it was rising from. So it was like really awesome, and it was super cool because I could feel fire. Like it was really awesome. Then Hecate came in, and Diana came in, and Artemis came in. Um, who's the wife? Is it uh, not of the blue? Who's the wife of Hey Google, who's the wife of the goddess? Oops.
Could you say that again? I didn't.
Hey, who is the wife of the god of destruction in Hinduism?
Parvati, according to some information I found on Wikipedia.
And what does Parvati represent? And no, that's not what I want. Trying to think.
According to Kimbell Art Museum,
Okay.
in the Hindu religion, Parvati, the goddess of the Himalayas, is the archetypal mother goddess and fertility image. She is the consort of Shiva and the mother to Ganesha and Skanda.
Oh, interesting because Ganesh is one of my spirit guides, and yeah, I felt very mother goddess, a lot of mother goddess energy in the whole thing, and it was like a lot of reclaiming my power, and I was also helping Mother Earth take back her body stuff because there just been these like basically rude and mean people. They're taking like advantage of the earth, and what they don't realize is that we need to be harmonious with the earth because we live here. We keep destroying it, we're going to have our own destruction. We're just hastening our own destruction. So like I saw a lot of volcanoes starting to erupt, and we were like erupting the volcanoes, but also we guided the lava like a ganju, a ganju in like guided it to where only the darkness was on the planet. So there were cities that did burn and cities that were just it was like a miracle it went around, right? It was like that. It was really cool. So those that Gaia wanted to save were saved. Those that Gaia knew were abusing her and taking her body and her water, like her, which is her blood, and using it for malicious intent. She was like, take them out. You know, we were taking them out, and so a lot of beings will die, especially different governmental um let's just say authoritative entities. Okay, let's just say authoritative entities because I don't want to get this red flagged. So a lot of people in, let's just say, people in power in in different parts of the world are definitely gonna in 2022. I mean, not 2022, 2024. Sorry. Um, so then there's also going to be this powerful eclipse on the it's going to be I think it's like April 8th on 2024 over Hot Springs, and she was talking about how that's going to be a powerful gateway, and that we needed to come together on those days to bring in the light and to bring in, not the light. Let me just clarify: light and dark are here. We see it in the sunlight and the shade. More so, let's just say to bring in balance and to kick out the rogue beings that don't respect the balance of the multiverse. Like that stuff needs to be gone, right? And so that's what the intention was. And so she was like, I want you to gather some people, or to tell people to gather people to bring in the balance of the multiverse and not this energy that these people like. I wish for them to be gone. I'm leaning on, like, she's powerful, but she also wants us as a collective to basically make the effort to make a choice whether to stay in this low vibration or we could do change. We can change right now if people came together right now. But people feel separated and divided, in a sense segregated because there's no heart to heart connection with humans on the human level. Like there's no heart to heart. You know, your heart to heart with the family or friend, but what about a stranger? That stranger could be your cousin's cousin, right? You know, because everyone is connected by blood. We are one big family. It does not matter what people say. It was like the tree of life. The tree of life. If we were to take everyone's blood right now, this minute, we'd see we all it'll like form this big ass tree. Telling you that's just how it is. There is no, oh, I don't know you, or you're a stranger danger. No, that person could be related to your auntie for all you care, right? But you don't know that. Is what, and that's what Guy was saying, was that in the ayahuasca she was saying that, you know, y'all need to get basically shit together. You know, y'all need to get your BS together and start understanding that y'all need to start loving each other. And so there was also, what's also interesting was that I had my spirit guides and he was riding this wolf, and this wolf was my spirit animal, and he was helping me become a leader. And he was like, he and I were integrating on that deep level. Like I was the wolf, he was the wolf, and I had a vision, like a flashback, if you will, of a past life where I was raised by again the goddess Lupa as Romulus Caesar, and it turns out that I guess Joseph was Ramus or with the other dude, and the other dude that was raised up by wolves, and um there was so like, but I was like channeling like the leader, because I was told that I need to start to smarten up and take responsibility and be a leader. It wasn't that I didn't want the responsibility. I kept saying like, but am I good enough to be a leader? Like, do you think they'll listen to me? Like, and they were like just saying, just do it. It doesn't matter what people think of the teachings you have. Those that do understand and are at that vibration will see you for you. And it's, and so they were like, you need to start taking responsibility and start teaching people. And I said, well, I will do this, but like I need to know that I'm not going to just waste my time. There are going to be people. And they said, yes, there will be people that will come to you. I just need to be open. And I said, well, what about advertisement? What should I do? And I saw the newspaper and I saw like magazines. And so it's like put myself out there through the newspaper and magazines. Okay. Right. Um, then, what else? Trying to think what else. Oh, there was the bear. The bear, it was like a brown grizzly bear. And as I was trying to I was asking for the strength to be this leader because it's like I don't know if I can or can't do this, but just give me the strength to do this. And the bear and the wolf was giving me like that leadership, being more comfortable, to be the alpha, like to be more comfortable in leading people, like to be okay with what I have to do and what I have to say, like being comfortable in my own skin, so to speak. And then the bear was giving me strength to do that, to be actually lead people. There was an eagle. There was I always see eagles and dolphins in my not dreams. I mean, yeah, my dreams, but I mean in the ayahuasca or any DMT. So I saw dolphins. I talked to my mother or my mermaid mother, Sola, and she was like, I'm so proud of you. You keep doing the good work, and you keep telling these people what they need to like smarten up and listen, and they listen. But I want you to know that you're doing excellent work because there are some people listening. And she was telling me like I was doing a really good job, and like because I thought I wasn't. And she said, don't worry about what you what just because you can't see it yet doesn't mean it's not there. She was telling me like have faith, believe in myself, and to believe in what I do know because my knowledge is my truth. And it's not a lie because it's my truth. It's what I believe to be true, right? um, excuse me. What else? Um, I remember like people told me I was saying I love you, I love you, I love you, and I was like telling that to myself. I was telling it to all the people in the room. Oh, there was this one time, so funny. I heard TJ. It was interesting because he was. I didn't know he was talking to me during the ceremony, but he was like, "All right, I leave this to you," and I said, "I was like, it was like I got this," it was super cool because apparently he did leave, and I wasn't tripping. He did leave and went to this concert for his to support to his friend. I think it was his friend or some family relative, and I was sending that vibe. I was giving him inspiration. I was like making sure everyone's Gucci. Like I was doing a lot. Like I was like that mother hen that would go on ahead, do my own thing, and then double check back on her children. Like how a child, a mother be going in the other room to be doing something, and then she checks in and sees all her kids still coloring and stuff. It was kind of like that. Like I would go do my own thing, but then I would be like, "Oh, you good? You Gucci? Oh, here, let me help you, honey." And it was like that. Like it was super cool. And um, I saw like Tara, but Tara was the star, like this bright ass star. And I was like polishing it, you know, like making it all nice and shiny, making it super white, cleaning it out. I was like cleaning it. and she was like the North Star. Like, oh my gosh, she like it was like I could see Tara, then Tara just sit this started like doing like and like was like glowing until she was just nothing but light, like a star, like a celestial being down from heaven, because she is. And then I heard Lady Nada, and she was explaining to me that she was that Tara was from Arcturus, and she went and then that something about being connected to like Sirius A or some, it was interesting. It was just interesting. Um, and that they wanted me to tell her that she needed to train some people because she's gonna. I guess she's still not done. She's gonna train people to be to deliver medicine. And so like one of the things that my guides also said that after my third ceremony they wanted me to shadow, and I got confirmation because Angela was saying, oh, our rule is we have to do 3 journeys, and then you have to shadow, and then I had to, I guess I have to talk to Tara about how to deliver medicine and stuff. It's not like I can't do it. It's just that they were saying that this would be beneficial, more help you understand medicine on a deep level. And as they were, because they said this training is going to be what you're going to have to teach others when you deliver this new medicine. And I asked what this new medicine was, and I was shown this wine bottle, and I'm like, "Is that the wine that I made that has marijuana and mushrooms and then some fruit juices in it?" And they were like saying, "Yes, this is the new medicine. This is like the new medicine." And they were saying something about like eventually you'll be combining the two with the Bodhi and the ayahuasca. Something about the mother and the god and goddess energy, and those two are going to bring powerful healing. But they were saying that the body isn't ready for this yet. Like people aren't ready for it yet, and that their bodies won't be able to handle it. So like that they just said that just not time yet. But to have the recipe written down, which I did write it down, but I have to write it down in the physical. Like I know the recipe, but it's like you got the fruit juices. That's like the main thing. That's got like the most liquid in it. And then it's like I saw the plant of like us combining like 2 cups of ayahuasca, um 2 cups of the peyote, 1 cup of the lion's mane mushrooms, and 2 cups of the cannabis, and then a cup of mushrooms of my assorted mix which would be psilocybin, um, albino, penis envy mushrooms, and golden teacher mushrooms, and that. And they said to let it ferment for about 3 to 6 months, and then I was told that basically it's so powerful you don't need a cup, so it's like you can take like a small droplet and like put it on your tongue. But of course, you'd have to take the roux first. So it's like you could like take the roux and drink like it's about like this much. Like you just be not even this much. It just be so powerful and concentrated that you just need a few droplets and boom, you'll like start having the journey. You know. So basically, like you won't need to use as much, but it'd be even powerful. So, but that recipe is like, don't try that recipe yet because I need to test it on myself. I don't test, I don't give a product out or a medicine recipe unless I try it myself to see if it works. Unless I don't have that disease. Like if I don't have it, I can't test it. But so But that was a medicine that they eventually will combine the two medicines into one, because if you combine the god and the goddess energy, you'll be able to reach and like it's a transcendental state, and it'll like open your eyes even further to source or God, creator, whatever you want to call it. Um, I see you, Dragon. What's up? What's up, man? What's up? This dragon looking at me. You talk to me? Yeah, what's up? Peace and love, bro. It's like a dragon in the clouds, and he's looking at me like you talk to me. um, Dragons are really good at camouflaging themselves, by the way. So, what else? What else was in the vision? I was just remember saying like I was like dancing. Man, that music was on fire. I swear to God, it helped me with a lot of releasing and transformation. There was this crystal. It was like all of the pain of my past, everything. Like I was putting all of it, like this life. I was put all of it in that crystal, and I set it outside because it was gonna rain, and I wanted to cleanse it and clear it. But when I woke up the next morning, it was gone. It was as though like someone took it or something. And but hopefully it got rained on because it needed to be cleared. Um, because I set it outside in front of some bushes, and so what else happened? There was some other stuff that happened. Oh, I remember like seeing Giovanni and helping Giovanni, and we were talking about her or him or it's I forgot her pronoun. I forgot Giovanni's pronouns, but I was helping him with um, letting go of sexual traumas and sexual identities and issues. It was like I was helping him let go, and I would swear I saw like cricket, but it was weird. I was seeing cockroaches, like I was seeing cricket, and then I was seeing like his ex, and I saw all these cockroaches coming from them, and like I squashed them. I sliced them. Was like, oh hell no, you ain't gonna come up in here in my vision and my journey. Oh hell no, and you definitely ain't gonna be effing with Giovanni anymore because he's my friend. I'm not gonna like. So I sliced it all up, throw it in the fire, burn it all up. It was all that good stuff. And then a lot of times there were these demons, and I remember like standing in front of the circle, and I was like, what's up? You see this? What's up? I was standing my ground. I always be like, oh hell no, you ain't gonna come up in here try to override this stuff, and then you can't get anyway because I put this. There's like this white barrier, and I strengthen it. And I remember Jonah the Ark coming up in there too. Jonah the Ark. I was her. Apparently, I was her in a past life. That I was Jonah the Ark, and I was just like this powerful warrior. And the thing about it is, a lot of the different saints and stuff came in, and we're like, these people took our words and turned it into some religious thing when it was more spiritual, and they just turned it religious, and so they used it to their own benefits. While also it's like you killed them, then you take their work and say they were holier, like that does not make sense to them. You killed Jesus, then you want to praise Jesus. Like you see the backwardness of the rabbis. It's like, oh, we killed him, but then you going to go back and you wish. It's like how, like those people, like they're twisted because you're killing the one who's bringing in the spiritual knowledge, right? But then you go kill him. Then you want to say you're sorry and worship him. You think he wants to have you worship him after y'all killed him? Hell the fuck no. Hell the fuck no. And that goes for any of the saints and stuff that have died, been prosecuted, thrown in jail. Do you think we? And it was like they were saying, like, do you think we want to help you after you martyred us, after you threw us in jail, after you shamed us? We don't help you. Like, we're not gonna help you. You know, it was like that energy. But then they were also saying, but we also got to understand that these people have been ignorant, and we love them because. And then it was like they were saying, like, yeah, you martyred us. We don't really want to help you, but because we love you, we do help you. Like, we love you so much that we know that you're not at our level, at that level. So it's like we know, we totally got it. And then God, I was seeing God's hand, and God was there, and I was like telling him, like, look, I don't know what's real and what's not. I don't even know if my the knowledge I'm getting is of God and, like, the universe. And like, and he was just saying, like, he lifted me up like this, and it was like a golden, like a, like the Lion King, where the Mufasa would be like this with the lion cub. I was like that. I saw lion cub, I saw lion, and I saw lioness, and I was all of that, but I was that and more. Like, he was saying that, telling me, like, no matter what it is that I do, that it comes from the will of God, because I am of God, and that no matter what actions people take, that's also the will of the God, because that's how it is all. Like, we are all the will of God. We are God, but yet we are not. Like, we are His children, and therefore we are God. And the will of God is through everything, even that tree falling down to the rocks breaking down. Like, everything is the will of God. And so he was saying it doesn't matter, what you do. I will still, it will always welcome you in my kingdom, because you and I made a promise together. And he was reminding me of the promise when I was a little kid, and then when I was baptized as a baby with my mom, because he was showing me how my mom was like praying in the car, and how she was asking for confirmation. So we got baptized the same way that same day, because we were by the window. And so it was like how um and then I asked her about my biological mom, and he was like, I'm trying to get her to understand, but I might have to call her back so that way she can start over. So I don't know. My mother, I asked how he would call her back, and he said either by heart attack or by car crash or something like that, because he was gonna call her back to heaven and like talk, like help her through some stuff. So it was like she was gonna die, but she was gonna come back, like not completely die. She, the death experiences where they die and they go back to heaven and all that, and then they come back to earth. It was like it's like that. Um, I was singing, I was dancing, and there was a lot of celebration. There's a lot of people upstairs that were celebrating my birthday. Um, it was kind of cool. It was pretty cool. Even though I didn't have a birthday party down here, I did get a birthday party upstairs, so it was awesome. Let's see what else was there. I remember seeing Mother Mary, and but it was like weird. I was like a baby, and she was holding me like in this claw, and then there'd be times where she just lift me up and give me strength. It was really cool. Mary Magdalene was there. I know Lady Nada was there. Mary Magdalene, Yeshua, aka Jesus Christ. There was Jonah the Ark. What Melchizedek, Ayama. There was Siddhartha. There was Ganesh. There was like every ascended master you could think of, and every saint, every elder that you could think of. Um, the gods and goddesses, they were there with me. Like, I just am like, it just gives me confirmation that I do work with all of them. Like, it's just so like so grateful to not only work with them, but that they're like willing to work with me, even whether or not I don't have connections to them or not. Like, they're just there because I'm so willing to work with them and to understand. They we were talking about archetypes, and yes, they are archetypes, but in the physical dimension where they are real. They're real, but they're not because we're like those are the archetypes, and if we could integrate all the archetypes, we'd be that ineffable source, right? So it's like, um, they were saying that you can be us, but also not us because you know that you're you and I'm me. But it's a really complicated thing to talk about. Um, because we're in all things, right? Then I saw my name Amaya, and Amaya means like there was this beautiful bird. It was like a rainbow bird, and there was like it turned from a bird like a macaw or of some kind, a rainbow macaw, from the Amazon, turned into like a parrot, and then turned into like a peacock. So that's what the energy of Amaya is. And then Revis Amaya. So Revis meant river, flowing river. And I remember seeing um, rocks and the word Rivera, Revis turned into Rivera, and seeing these rocks goes like it goes swirl, um, swirl around this rocks, and just goes. I could see it. I saw it. Um, then Edgar, I saw books and glasses and business tools. So Edgar is all about knowledge and studying and learning new things. Lionel, that was what the lion represents, the lion of all that is him. So it's like the lion of Judah, so to speak, energy, like I am the lion. And I remember seeing like King David, and he was telling me how that I am of his children and that he is of my I am of his bloodline. And then I saw like this crest of like a lion and then a badger, and I don't know what those mean. I guess there's some royal houses or something, and how I'm connected to both. Then there was a bunch of Native American, Mayan, Aztec, and Inca tribal people, and they came in and we were dancing. It was like like fire dancing, fire walking. It was like you know, it was so cool, and it was like all this dancing, and I was like walking through the fire, and it was like the fire was getting me, but it wasn't. So it was like a lot of burning and shedding old skins, being more confident in myself. Um, who is this? 1 minute, guys. Hello, Giovanni. Hello? Hello? Giovanni? Okay. I seems he must have butt dialed me. He must have butt dialed me. But he seemed pretty upset, so I'm gonna call him just um let me this seemed pretty urgent. Let me I'll just make a part two. But guys, know that you're beautiful, powerful shamans, warriors, healers, you're all that and bag of chips, kisses and loves and hugs, okay? I gotta go.